Okay, ready?
We're a full-service recording studio, so anything from tracking to overdubs, mixing, and mastering. We can do any of that. The studio is built and designed with that in mind, that there's literally nothing you can't do. It was a completely empty sort of warehouse before we moved in. Like crappy asbestos tile, dirty white walls, and it's hard to picture it, but I mean, where we're sitting now was just part of this one huge empty room that used to be a warehouse. My mission from the beginning was to build a studio that is of the finest quality, the best equipment, a lot of vintage and esoteric equipment, that is otherwise, and having a professional studio that is attainable to bands with small budgets, and but be of a quality of studios that usually cost 2 or 3 times as much. I want it to feel like home. I got a lot of cats here. I got this super nice guy Kyle here, and there's a lounge. You know, it's a relaxed atmosphere. It's supposed to feel like you're sort of in a place where you can unwind, feel creative, not feel like, you know, and we don't charge by the hour, we charge by the day, so the idea is that you don't come in, you're like every hour like, oh man, you know, we're racking up a bill. You know exactly how much you're spending. You got the whole day to hang out here. We have a dorm room for bands to crash in. So that's sort of the idea, is that it's supposed to be a relaxed, creative environment, the best quality equipment and sounding rooms and experienced engineers for a price that we're trying to make as affordable as possible for bands to record.
Good enough for me, unless Kyle's unhappy with it.
Our band is like so tied to Bloomington and like the people in it and like the different, just like the houses we've played. I don't think it would make any sense for us to not record in somebody's garage in town, right? Like that. I think that's just what this band is and who we are.
Like everything I've seen Sven do, whether it be like music-wise, recording-wise, or just anything in general, has been amazing. So I trusted like Sven with if we're gonna do this with you, I know it's gonna be good no matter what.
Also, I think it's kind of cool just to be able to work with like people who live locally, because it's like so easy to just like leave town and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get out of here and like record this real quick and come back. But like, there's a lot of people in Bloomington with a lot of different experiences.
I mean, recording can be so stressful, like, especially like if you're trying to nail that riff and you keep like messing up and like having to redo it. It was a really like low pressure environment.
They were super patient.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was nice. It was really relaxing.
Yeah.
Patience is key, because honestly, I will say anytime I've recorded in any band, I usually reach a point where I just get frustrated and kind of just want to like kick over my drum set and just like quit music. That hasn't happened yet, but I always feel like that.
For sure.
And it was nice to just have Sven be in the headphones, just like, oh, it's okay.
You know, fortunately, all of the studios in town that I've been to are great. So, you know, you can't really go wrong, you know, in terms of quality and, you know, and stuff like that. I think the biggest thing for me is the comfort of the place that you're going to record in, and you know, because it's not just you and your band or you and your friends. You know, it's a collaborative effort between, you know, that band and that engineer. So, you know, I suggest visiting the studio and talking with the engineer and visiting them beforehand, because you can get a good idea of like whether or not you think this is a person that you're going to want to spend hours and hours and hours with. You know, if you're a band that, you know, doesn't necessarily have a nice drum set or nice amps or something like that, then look at the studios and see what kind of gear they have. You know, if you want a piano, see which studio has the piano you want to use, or the organ, or drum set, or guitar amps.
So I guess if you're looking for a studio, I would try to get a hold of some other recordings that have been done there, see if you like how they sound. I would visit the studio and talk with the owner or the engineer, whoever you're going to be working with, and make sure that you're comfortable with that person and feel like you're going to get along well. And of course, sometimes things are just going to come down to price, and they're like Airtime or some other studios may be way up there, and you may not be able to afford them even if you like that. So
I think you should visit the studio. Obviously, meet the people you want to record with. Like, if I were to meet Kyle as a band, I would definitely want to record with him because he's like the nicest guy. Me, on the other hand, I'm a jaded old guy, and probably young bands would be like, man, he's kind of a jerk. But there's cats to soften that blow, you know. So
We have a lot of resources locally, just given like the school and whatnot. So like it just feels like there are tons of people here like trying to record people. So there's just like lots of opportunities, and you can even like be selective if you want to. Just because there's so many people trying to do that, and they're all like competent and really nice, cool people. Not all of them. I haven't met one that I didn't like, but I'm sure there's
Majority, at least.
Majority are good. Good people, good vibes.
Home in St. Louis have never been